Delighted to have a bona fide legend of the county with us on the line, Mike Hanrahan. He of Stockton's Wing fame, of course, because the Bealtaine Festival takes place this month, and there is a range of events involved in that. And Mike Hanrahan, of course, has a strong interest in arts, ageing and brain health. I'm not sure the link between all those three, Mike, but you might bring us up to speed with all the rest of it. Tell us, the Bealtaine Festival.
Yes, hello Derek, nice to be on, and I'm delighted that I'm following Quinnin and Og segments, because the Bealtaine is like the other side of the spectrum, where it's about the ageing in arts, and I suppose those of us involved in this, we continually shout about the intergenerational message of inclusivity and involvement in the arts. So, and I'm delighted that Creative Ireland and people like Age Friendly Ireland work together so well right across the country to promote festivals like Bealtaine as well. Bealtaine itself is a nationwide organisation. All over the country during the month of May, you'll have film screenings, you'll have live music, dance, theatre, mime, all designed to promote artistic contributions for older people. It's such an exciting and it's a wonderful organisation to be involved in. I've been ambassador for Bealtaine Ireland for the last 3 years with my lovely new friend Liz McManus, who is an author and a former politician, and we've become great friends. So it's very exciting to be involved.
And I suppose as well as that, we often speak about well-being, maybe for younger people in particular. I think that's been a huge topic in recent times. But when you mention there the varied events that are here, maybe for the older generation to keep them active both in mind and body.
Yes, and it's really important. Like, as we get older, we're not kind of slowing down. I mean, our bodies might be, but our brains definitely don't slow down, and our brain constantly needs that feed of energy. And we get it through the creative arts. We get it through singing in choirs, dancing, involved in local organisations, being part of the community. And I think through all that as well, then what happens is that what's happening in Ireland is that we are now developing a much better care system for people who are less privileged, or people who are hidden away in remote parts of rural Ireland. We're now getting out into them and bringing the arts and care to them, and that's all positive.
Yeah, maybe it's apt this morning, but actually last night at the community hall in Milltown, I was at a concert organised by the fantastic Bríd O'Donoghue for all of her classes that she does in tin whistle and everything else that she can turn her hand to. But within all the group of young lads and young girls that were there was actually a group of adult learners as well that had come to music kind of late in life, and it was fabulous to see them sitting in with 6 and 7 year olds as well, and they all playing the same tunes and getting the same enjoyment from it.
Yeah, and this is the message that's out there. I'm certainly involved in that movement to promote the arts in ageing. But even for me, I went to Trinity 3 years ago. I wouldn't have got to Trinity only for a system called Recognised Prior Learning, where universities are accepting people in on their previous work, not the fact that they had a college degree. So we are changing, and we are opening up avenues for the ageing community to be more involved and more proactive, because we have an awful lot to say, Derek, and we have a lot of experience in our lives. And it's really great that we're in a situation now where the older generation are giving that back to the younger generation. The younger generation are learning and connecting, and a lot of it is through the arts, through music, whether it's playing tin whistle or dance, or the latest craze is the choirs. They're everywhere, and the buzz from choir singing, the testaments are there, that they prove themselves.
Yeah, if those choirs could take on a beautiful affair now, that'd be a fair going, wouldn't it?
Well, we've had a few goes at it. I mean, I'm involved in Bealtaine choirs in Ennis. Unfortunately, we were rained off last Sunday, but we'll do it again. But each year we do that. We have about 120 singers sing a beautiful affair on the steps of the courthouse, and that's kind of magic. It's great.
Yeah, it's just maybe it's slightly off topic, and we'll get back on topic in a minute, but like the amount, Mike, of your music that has just, no more than yourself, it just hasn't aged. It's some testament to it.
Well, I'm thankful. We connected at a time in the 80s with people. Our music connected, and it stays connected, with the younger generation. And I'm very proud of that. It's given me a great life, and it's no bother for me now to return the compliment by giving back as much as I can. And I guess being Age Friendly Ireland ambassador, which is one of the most exciting things I do in my life, that gives me a great opportunity to get into the communities and encourage people to develop that communication with the community, which is really important. And I guess that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to you today, was about the Age Friendly Ireland Awards that are coming up.
Yes.
It's a community event. If any of the communities out there are involved in any way at all, supporting the aging or the older people within the community, as well as community cafes or dances or organising shuttle services or organising food services, visits, even the simple thing of visiting somebody to say hello in the remote corners. Age Friendly Ireland recognise that through their awards. So I'm here really to encourage anybody in any community in the county to check out the Age Friendly Awards. We have a big night in October in Limerick this year, and it's an amazing night of gathering of people all over the country who spend their time and volunteer to help the local communities. So I would urge people to get onto the Age Friendly Ireland website. I think the closing date is June the 6th, and it's time to get up there and get recognised. And I'll be shouting for anybody from the Clare side, because I work with Chanel Waring there in Age Friendly Ireland in Ennis, and we're full on this year. We want to make the best of it.
Yeah, and just that element of it, that the applications come from projects that help older people to feel safe and secure at home and in their communities. And I suppose staying where you came from, I suppose, a very, very important element on that.
It really is, and like, people have to kind of maintain their own agency in their lives, and they shouldn't feel like, oh well, there's nothing here for me, I need to move on somewhere else. No, there's so much going on within our communities, and giving people access to those events, or giving them access to have a situation where they can go into some place once or twice a week and just talk to people, or sing a few songs, or play the whistles and play tunes. That's really important, that we give people that sense that they're not alone, they're not forgotten about. And really, going back to the earlier point about the brain, I do understand how important the creative arts for the brain. I've learned that in my life, and like anything like that is a brain workout, and a brain workout is as good as any run to the gym or wherever else. It's really important for us to maintain our a good standard of brain health.
Yeah, certainly is, no doubt. Just one last little story, if I can, Mike, before you go. I was in the car recently with my 8-year-old young lad coming home from football training, and I put Walk Away on the Spotify, and he was humming it. He was humming it around the house that evening. So we're doing our best to keep it handed down to the next generation.
Jeez, you have great children, I must say. They have great taste in music.
Good man. Mike Hanrahan, thanks so much for joining us this morning on that.
Thank you, Derrick. Thanks for the shout out. Thank you.
Fantastic stuff. That is Mike Hanrahan there, highlighting the Bealtaine Festival. As he said, you can check out the Age Friendly Ireland website if you want to find out a little bit more on that.